Hi, my name is Annika Nyman. I am a Children and Family Ministries major, and I'm graduating this May, 2012, so I'm a senior. As far as my perfect job goes, there's a few things that I've considered. I'm thinking about maybe doing something with counseling, something with kids, probably, since I'm a Children and Family Ministries major, and I really love kids and enjoy ministering to them. So maybe something working in a church with kids, like a children's ministry director, maybe something working in a nonprofit helping disadvantaged kids, or like a crisis pregnancy center or something like that, where I can do a little bit of the counseling aspect as well. So something that has really helped me to prepare for my future is we focus a lot in my children's ministry classes on the practical side of things. And so that's been really good, and we had a few classes that were sort of about like the theory and kind of overarching ideas of what children's ministry can and should look like, and then we also had some classes that focused more on the practical side of how to implement those things. And that's something that was really a valuable asset for me, because you're looking at those ideas and those theories and you're like, oh, these are good, but how do I put these into practice? So something that really helped me was having those practical classes that said, okay, this is how you do it. And even something that we did in one of my last children's ministry classes was to make a 3-month plan of what you would do in your first 3 months in a children's ministry position in a church or whatever it may be. And that was something that really helped me, like, I can really put these ideas into practice, and what would it look like for me to be in a church doing children's ministry for the first 3 months, and that was a really good step for me. I was also last fall in the musical that we did for the theater department called Children of Eden, and which was really cool. It's based on Genesis, on Adam and Eve, and then also Noah and the flood, and that's something that I really liked, and I got to know a lot of students through that, which was really cool. And also just being able to use the gifts and talents that God has given me in that area of theater and music as an act of worship to Him was just a really powerful experience for me. I'm actually doing my internship right now in the Family Discipleship Department at Bethlehem Baptist Church, and it's really been a huge blessing. I started in January, so I've been doing it for a couple months now, and I'm working with a lot of different things. I work with a few of the staff members doing classroom support at their Wednesday night Kids Connection. So I get to see what it's like to help the teachers out, kind of fix up those last-minute emergencies or things like that that might come up. It's almost hard to pick a professor that has been most influential, because I'd say that there's definitely a few of them. But Lyle Larson, who teaches the biblical counseling classes in the ministries department, has been really influential in my life, and just helping me kind of look at trials and sufferings in a different way, and just helping me to learn a lot about myself through that class. So that's been something that has really shaped me and changed me in the last year. Also, I'd say that Teresa Talley she's a really wonderful professor. She teaches relationships and human sexuality, which are both really amazing classes, and will just kind of change the way that you look at relationships and sexuality from a faith-based and a gospel-based perspective. I would say one of the most stretching, growing classes that I've taken is the Introduction to Biblical Counseling, which is one of the core requirements for a ministries major. And the class is amazing, but you will definitely be stretched. And a big part of it that we do is journaling. So you do, it's kind of a specific kind of journaling that we do, but I grew so much through that, and just learning so much about myself, learning a lot about just personal struggles that I had been through, and just how God was speaking to me through those, and how God was growing me through those. And I feel like it honestly just really changed me as a person, and changed the way that I look at suffering, and the way that I look at struggles, just in a very much more biblical way, in a much more God-glorifying way. And so that it stretched me a lot, and it was a tough class in some ways, but it was just so good, and I just saw God moving a lot through that in my heart and my own life, and I'm just so grateful for that opportunity.